Yo, it's your boy C is back with a video. I'm gonna be going over the All-Star weekend today. I think there's a good amount to cover, and I think that a lot of it is actually pretty interesting for the first time in a while. In the past few years, it's not been that interesting. Um, just the All-Star game's gotten worse. The dunk contest has gotten worse. I mean, the three-point contest has stayed about the same, but I mean, you can't really change that much. But I think they did a good job actually making it more entertaining for the fans this year because that's kind of what we want, and also they made it in a way to where hopefully the players enjoy it a bit more because a lot of them kind of think the All Star Weekend is just like I'll do it I guess, but like they're not really that interested. Kind of boring for them just because they're not trying, like I said. Um, but yeah, this year it took place in Los Angeles in the Clippers arena, right? The Clippers just opened their new arena last year, I believe, or maybe the year before. Um, but yeah, the venue was at Intuit Dome, which is their arena. So state of the art, brand new, right? Great for hosting, something like this, like the All Star Weekend. Also, it being in LA, just a big market. Yeah, but to start off, Friday we had, or yeah, this is what the stadium looks like. It's really nice, really nice. Um, but yeah, to start off with the Celebrity All Star Game, right? This is where you know a player or two players from the league will choose, a bunch of celebrities to play for their team. Right, this year it was Giannis versus Team Anthony Edwards, um, and Team Giannis prevailed this year. They won 65 to 58 over Team Anthony. Right, Roman Flynn. This guy, he's a actor, I believe, and this is his second year winning the MVP. He won it last year as well. Um, I mean, what I think is interesting about the celebrity game is that there's actual like former NBA players that play in it. Like Taco Fall. Why is Taco Fall playing in the Celebrity All Star game? He's not a celebrity. He's an NBA player, right? But I guess that's just what they want to do. But yeah, he had 20 points, 21 rebounds. Like it's not even fair. Like obviously he's not good enough to be in the NBA. I mean, he's good enough, but like he's not that good to be in the NBA. So he's competing in this, which I think is a bit ridiculous. But um, yeah, this what do you call it? Event isn't that crazy. But then you have the Rising Stars Challenge, right? This is where you have some of the young players in the league come out and kind of show who's going to be like that next good young player in the league, right? Um, I mean, we've had people like Luca be in it, and he goes off. We've had people like I believe Tyrese Maxey's done pretty good in it. This year we had BJ Edgecombe, right? He was the MVP, um, and his team won 25-24. And I think that this isn't a surprise. We all know BJ Edgecombe is a really good young player. Has a lot of promise and a lot of potential talent, right? So seeing him compete and seeing him do really good is not necessarily a surprise. Um, I mean, there's some people that were supposed to be in it but weren't. Most notably, Ace Bailey, right? He got injured and he had to be replaced, which is unfortunate. It would have been nice to see him, but I mean, you can't complain. The next event you actually have is the HBCU Classic, which I didn't even know existed until this weekend. I guess they got two HBCU teams to just compete and show um, some spotlight, I guess is a way to put it, just for these HBCU teams and to give them that, what do you call it? Just that able, that what's the word? Um, just a way for them to show their schools, their sports, in a way that supports the black community, the African American community, which makes up a majority of the NBA. So I think that's actually cool that they did that. But um, I mean, this isn't that insane. I'm sure not very many people watched that. Unfortunate to say, but I think it was good that they did that. Of course, you have the NBA three-point contest, which is not a surprise. This took place Saturday, right? So this is um, the day that I think most people, start tuning into the All-Star Weekend. I don't think a lot of people watch. I'm not gonna say a lot of people don't watch the Rising Star Challenge and like the Celebrity Game, but like a lot of people don't care about that. A lot of people probably don't even know it's happening when it is. But then obviously you have um, three-point contest. You can see Dame won it again. He is a three-time winner in this event. He joins Larry Bird and this other guy named something Hodges. I'm not sure who he is, but anyways, it's his third career win. This isn't really a surprise. We all know he's one of the best three-point shooters, one of the best three-point shooters of all time. It is surprising though that he was able to do this coming off an Achilles injury. So I think that's pretty impressive that he was able to do that. Um, sorry about that. Um, yeah, but it came down close to Devin Booker. He was doing really good, and he just wasn't able to pull it out in the end. Dame prevailed. You also had Tyrese Maxey, Donovan Mitchell, Jamal Murray, Bobby Portis, Norman Powell, and Con Kneppel. Not sure if I'm butchering that name, but it was a tight final over Lillard and Booker. Um, I mean, this will continue to be one of the most popular events. I think that it's hard to mess that up. I think it's hard to change that much to where people won't be entertained, won't be able to watch it. Um, yeah, you also have the Shooting Stars competition. This returned after it was removed in 2016. Um, this year, team that won was Team Knicks, right? You had Cat, you had Jalen Brunson, and the legend Allen Houston. This is formatted in a way where you have two current NBA players and then one NBA legend, right? And they rotate between a few different shooting like locations for to score points. Um, the Team Knicks scored 47, defeating Team Cameron, who had Con Knuffle. I still not sure to pronounce that name. Corey Maggett and Jalen Johnson. They had 38, so they won by 9 points. Yeah, their score also included a critical 4-point make and a bunch of deep shooting spots that they made. Um, this event I think is also fun to watch just because I think it's entertaining in a way that it's always going to be entertaining. It's hard to mess it up. Of course, the dunk contest. This is been butchered, not butchered, but no one really tries, no one does anything. Um, we just were blessed with such a good run through that like 2015 to what 2019 maybe years where obviously it's Zachary and Aaron Gordon, the ones that you're thinking of. And those just went down to the wire, crazy dunk, crazy dunk, crazy dunk. Now it's kind of like um, good players, good dunkers don't even bother doing it. Max McClung has won it 3 years in a row. There's actually some videos of him showing what he would have done this year. Uh, I think that they would have won probably. Those were a lot better than what we saw, to be honest. But this is Keyshawn Johnson. He's from the Heat. He had a final score of 97.4. He won over the runner-up being Carter Bryant, who had a perfect score of 50. I think it was his second to last dunk, or maybe the dunk in the semifinals. Um, he had a dunk over E40 between the legs, full elevation. Had a free throw line dunk. It wasn't really. He was like a whole stride past it, but um, did a windmill. Carter Bryant had some good ones. He tried to do a Vince Carter one for his last one. Didn't able or wasn't able to get it, but um, it would have been nice if he did. Obviously, he was bummed after that because I think this is his backyard, and he had family, friends there, obviously supporting him, so he wanted to win, but he wasn't able to do it. He think he needed just a final score of 48 in his last dunk, and he would have won, but he got like a 43 because he literally didn't even dunk in time. You had some extra stuff after that, or in between, like, but concert performances, Ludacris, Shabuzi, Cordis, making it better for the fans there. Um, just because like on TV we see all the stuff that like all the events or whatever, but on or like in person you want to obviously make it more entertaining. And then of course you have the actual game, right? So you they formatted it in a round robin tournament style, right? So every team plays every team, and then it's kind of like through point differential and your record determine who's gonna make the championship game. So you had team stripes, um, team world, oh wait, team world, team stripes, and team stars. The stars were the younger players, the younger athletes, and then stripes were the older, like more veteran athletes. And then you also obviously the international players. You have for the young guys, Scotty Barnes, Stephen Booker, Kate Cunningham, Jalen Duren, Anthony Edwards, Chet Holmgren, Jalen Johnson, Tyrese Maxey. Stripes, you have Jaylen Brown, Jalen Brunson, Kevin Durant, De'Aaron Fox, Brandon Ingram, LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, Donovan Mitchell, Steph Curry. And then for World, uh, Denny Ad, I'm not even gonna pronounce that. Luka Doncic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, Norman Powell. Um, not gonna pronounce that. Pascal Siakam, Karl-Anthony Towns, Victor Wembanyama, and Giannis. I think that World would have won if you had all their starters playing, right? Sorry. Um, just because obviously your starters would have been Shea, Luka, Jokic, Wemby, and Giannis. Luka and Jokic, I'm not sure why they didn't play. They played like the first 5 minutes of the first game and then never played again. Shea was injured, Giannis was injured, and then Wemby played the whole time. Um, but I think that they would have won had they all played. The Stars, good team. Obviously, when you compare these guys, though, to these guys, I mean, it's not really a comparison. Steph didn't play, but had he played, it would have been starters probably Steph, Kawhi, Kevin, LeBron, Jalen, and oh, wait, did I say Kevin? Kevin, Kawhi, Steph, LeBron, and Jalen is my guess. Um, De'Aaron Fox, I'm confused on this. He's an injury replacement for Giannis. I don't know why he replaced him on the Stripes team though, when Giannis um, is on the World team. But yeah, um, this game, I guess the first game, all right, tweaking. Yeah, first game was Team Stars versus Team World, right? Uh, Team Stars won this one in overtime. They had a big overtime win with Scotty Barnes hitting, excuse me, a buzzer beater. Um, this went back and forth, competitive the whole game. Set the tone for a tournament, which also I think is good. It showed that they were actually trying for once, which is nice to see. Um, it, I, I, I don't want to say like honestly, I think that the world should have probably won this. These guys are a lot younger on the Stars team. Obviously, they're still really good. Obviously, they're still in the NBA, but I think the world team was just better in that sense, especially if Luka and Jokic also played, which they didn't. Not sure why, but um, you have watch this. This is Scotty Barnes. Shoot, yes, Scotty Barnes, game one. Anthony hit that, tied the game, 13 seconds left. Trying to get one last shot to prevent overtime.
Wemby wants this. Wembenyama. Bounce it. Someone has to get it off. It's Powell, the former Clipper.
And a terrible shot by
A
Thornton Powell.
tie in our first game. No way that we have not can recover to
It's a good
out
look
here.
though by
Barnes sets the screen.
I'm
There's
not sure
no
where the
way that
defense was
Cat
by
can
Anthony.
recover to Anthony Edwards. Season play. Cunningham.
And
Got an
then
all-star
you got
play. Yep.
the game winner.
That's right. Cunningham. Not shooting over him. Don't spread out. Oh. For the win. They've got
Ugly ass jump shot.
Scotty Barnes. And look at Victor. He is so upset. Scotty Barnes. Oh. For the win. They've got it. Scotty Barnes. Oh.
Pete Fist.
For the win. They've got it.
Maybe he's not happy.
And look at Victor. He is so upset. Collapse. A collapse defensively for Team World.
Wemby is not happy.
Here's another look at the play, Jamal. Right here, they helped, but two guys helped.
I'm not sure why these defensive possessions end up with all the defenders just collapsing down on the for the rebound. Because if they don't get the board, they just kick it out for a three, like we just saw 2 times in a row for Anthony Edwards and Scotty Barnes. But yeah. And in the next game, you had Team Stripes versus Team Stars, right? Young guys versus old guys. This game was also really good. Went back and forth the whole time. It ended with De'Aaron Fox hitting a buzzer beater, right? Like a true buzzer beater game winner, right? The veterans just had more experience, more better instincts in these moments, right? Better clutch factors. Not to say anything against the young guys, obviously, but the older guys just kind of knew what they were doing in the clutch moments. Yeah, this game was also really good, fun to watch. I think these games were a lot better than what they've done in the past because they actually tried this year. Instead of being like a long actual game where they just jack up shots, it was a shorter, more pickup style game where these guys actually felt some urgency and felt some need to try. I saw a clip from Barack Obama that said, he's was talking to Tyrese Halliburton and he's like, "You guys gotta try, right? Like, it's a disgrace to basketball. It's an embarrassment to see all the best players in the world just completely give up for one weekend just because they don't want to get hurt, right?" He's telling Tyrese, right? Barack was like, "Y'all play in the summer. Y'all play pickup games. Y'all know how to, play a pickup game and not get hurt. So why aren't you doing it for the All-Star weekend?" And I mean, Tyrese had a okay answer, a somewhat valid answer, and it was just like, you know, when I first, I'm quoting Tyrese, when I first came into the All-Star weekend, I was coming off the bench and I was just reading the room and no one was really trying, so I wasn't really trying. That's, I mean, I think it says a lot to the veterans though. Like, they're showing these young guys like, hey, we're not going to try, so we don't really care if you try, and it's just like not a good look. But I think he actually spoke some words into existence, Barack Obama, and these guys actually started, trying and locking in. And then you have the buzzer beaters here. Another big shot by Anthony Edwards. Yeah. Put him up by one.
Where do you go right now if you're the Stripes? KD, get the ball to KD, especially with Chet. 9 seconds left. Stripes looking for the win. James inside, out. Fox, pump. Fox for the
Really good looks by D-Fox. Quite fun. That's 11 that.
And the Stripes claim game 2. The last man.
But you can't tell me, like, if you watch these, you couldn't tell me that, like, these weren't entertaining. It just is a lot more fun to watch than previous. Because usually it's like, I mean, obviously it's fun to watch like in the past couple of years. I know Steph won. Can't remember if it was last year or the year before, but he was just jacking up shots like 3 pointer for 3 pointer. He's making them, but it's like everyone else isn't really trying that much.
How do we get here?
I want to know what shoes those
Seven
are by KD
all.
because those look great.
Sparked by Anthony Edwards to give USA
Oh,
Stars
emerald,
the lead.
emerald action.
It was a steal, and instead of saying, I'm going to go for the tie, he pulls this. That's that ATL swag right there, Noah. No fear. Going for the win. And then Fox
Shot
allowed
by
this
Anthony
cannon to
Edwards.
step
Good
in for
shot
the
by
game
D
winner.
Fox. Steph Curry
Celebrated.
is loving it. Um, but yeah, you then had Team Stripes versus Team World, right? Third game. This ended with Team Stripes, the Unks, winning it. They eliminated Team World from finals contention by winning. I think Team World needed to win by at least three, if I'm not mistaken, to advance to the finals just through like point differential, and stuff. So even if they won, they weren't guaranteed. I think they had to win by like three. Um, yeah, but this game Kawhi went off. He had like 31 out of the 48 or something points, right? And he did this all in 12 minutes. I mean, he was just hitting shot after shot after shot. Team World honestly put up a good fight, right? But I mean, they couldn't do anything when the Kawhi was playing as good as he was. The Stripes team just controlled the pace, controlled the game the entire way, and you have Kawhi go off. Of course, Kawhi goes off in the All Star game, right? Not surprising that he goes off in the All Star game, but he's probably going to get hurt next week and be out for 2 months. That's just the Kawhi Leonard experience. It's really unfortunate because actually, look at this. I'm a Clippers fan, right? So I'm used to this Kawhi experience in the sense that he'll play really good for a while and then he will just kind of not play good. Not even not play good, but he'll just get hurt, right? Like he'll play good. He's been playing really good the last few, yeah, not last few, probably like the last month or two. But wait till like end of March and he'll probably destroy his knee like every other season and he'll be out for the entire playoffs. Or he'll play for like the first round of the playoffs and then get hurt for the rest of the playoffs. It's just how it goes. He can't stay healthy for long enough. It's unfortunate, and I mean I like him, but he just we can't do anything with him. Look at this
All-star
stuff.
once again, just being out here with the rest of your one out for Team Stripes, and once again, right.
He's just making shot after
And he
shot.
can do that
All of
with
them are falling.
Leonard. Now he's really feeling it. Two-time teammate. You love how the other great guys. The cookies and milk. Will. Leonard, cross, step back
I
three.
mean, he was really just hitting everything.
On being an all-star once again, just being out here with the rest of your one out.
Um, but yeah. And then you had the finals game, right? You had championship game, USA Stars versus USA Stripes. You had the Stars dominating, right? It wasn't even close. The Youngs were a bit tired. They won, or the Stars won 47-21, right? They just, I think, had more stamina. I think the old guys, I don't know if they just, I don't think they gave up. I think they just were gassed, which sounds ridiculous because they're all NBA players. Um, but yeah, Stars just came out to an early lead, right? They were really efficient from the get go, and they just controlled the tempo the entire game. It wasn't even really close at all. Uh, I watched Jaylen Brown shoot about probably 8 or 9 threes and miss every single one of them, right? That dude is so ass. But um, the Stars just like controlled it from beginning to end. It wasn't close at all. It ended with uh, what's his name? Anthony Edwards finishing with the Kia All-Star MVP. Right, he played good. He had a bunch of good shots throughout the entire like what do you call it, tournament, and I think he was definitely deserving of it. You still had, good players. Tyrese Maxey did good. He also, played well. Devin Booker also played really well. He just played an all around good game throughout the tournament, right? With points, assists, defense. He just really helps contribute to the wins, and especially in that last game. Um, but the younger team just honestly probably had more gas in the tank compared to the Unks who went to close games every game. I think Kawhi really felt it because like he just played like dog shit in that last game. Um, but yeah, Team World still did good. Victor or Wimby also looked amazing, hitting shots left and right. He is such an insane talent to watch. He's such an insane player. Um, he was frustrated, obviously, and it's good to see that he's actually competitive and he actually wants to win these things instead of just like, oh, we lost, you know, oh no, no, we lost, and he doesn't care, right? It's nice to see that he actually was frustrated and actually wanted to win. Um, but yeah, Ant played good, Wemby played good, Kawhi played that really good, 31-point game. De'Aaron Fox had a good shot, right? He wasn't just crazy or anything. I mean, he came off the bench and he had a ton of minutes, but the fact that he was a replacement and he was able to hit that big shot, right, shows that even these lesser players, I'm not going to say lesser because they're in the All Star game, but these second choice All Star players are able to play with the best of the best and, you know, be the best of the best. And then obviously Devin Booker also played good throughout the tournament and also had a really good 3-point contest, which he barely lost. I mean, I'm not gonna say he should have won it, but like it really could have gone either way between him or Dame. Um, but yeah, I think this weekend was just um, tripping. Yeah, look, Anthony Edwards MVP. I think this weekend was really good for the All Star kind of mindset for fans going forward. I think it showed that the NBA. I'm glad the NBA is trying to make it better, and I think the fans are gonna appreciate that more in the next couple of years if the NBA continues to improve on it. Just a lot of good stuff coming out of it. A lot of good potential to make it even better, and a lot of good just already established through this new round robin tournament and through these um, different events. I think that they can still improve, obviously, in the dunk contest. Hopefully, get more um, well-known players more. Um, I mean, just because like you have guys like Ant, would be fun to watch. I mean, Ja Morant, whenever he was in his prime, I guess that's one way to put it, would have been fun to watch. I mean, a lot of these guys are just like, it would be really fun. Shaden Sharp, I think, has he done it before? I can't remember. But a lot of these guys, you're like, it would be really fun to watch them. I don't know why they don't want to do it. I don't know if it's because like they think they're gonna get hurt, but like it really would be entertaining to watch these guys. But yeah, the game is better. All-Star games. I think that they really just improved in a lot of ways that they needed to make this more entertaining going forward. Um, yeah, hopefully next year is just as good. Hopefully it's in a good city with a good venue and a good you know fan turnout. But I think that we'll just have to wait and see. But hope you enjoy this video. Scene is out.